we obviously don't know what the hell we're doing. And we even kicked around some ideas for a title for this thing.
Okay, what you got?
Untitled.
Legit.
That's what we came up with.
Untitled. Fuck around and find out. Untitled. Ooh. The Wildcats edition. Untitled. Let's see. Mad Men in Trench Coats. I don't fucking know.
I am very guilty of not hitting record yet on the video.
Yeah, I noticed.
Do you think
I didn't realize there was a
video producer?
Sure.
You didn't even put your makeup on today.
No.
No, I sure didn't.
You should have, though. You should have. Let's, oh, did I get close there? That's gonna peek out. See, this is gonna be some growing pains right here. We're still getting this thing figured out.
That was the pilot episode. That's what happens.
Yeah. Explain what a pilot episode is for those out there that might not know.
As explained to me by the movie Pulp Fiction, a pilot is a single episode of a concept of a television program, and then based on the strength of that one episode, the people who produce and buy shows decide whether or not they want to make more episodes of that show.
Yes, but what do they call a quarter pounder in France?
I believe that would be a Royale with cheese.
Ding, 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 we have a winner. Let's bring it in, Wildfire. Tell him what he's won.
I hope it's a Royale with cheese.
That would be awesome. Not a quarter pounder, though. If we want it cold and
Absolutely
from France.
I mean, that I can't guarantee you, but I think the best I can do is probably a Rally's burger.
I'll tell you, as long as I get some fries with that, the Rally's fries are incredible.
I want a Royale with cheese. We need to put our foot down. We need it. And, let's ship it. I don't care if it's
What kind of budget does this podcast have?
I don't care if it's old. I don't care if it's cold. We don't have to do it high end. We don't have to make sure it's hot when it gets here.
Fair point.
This isn't an Uber Eats situation. We're not trying to DoorDash this thing from France.
Maybe our Canadian friends can help.
I don't know, but I know that air conditioner is going to be killing it, or the heat. It's hot. It's trying to get the house hot. See, it's cold outside. It was 19 degrees today.
It's unbelievably cold. It was bitter out there.
It was horribly cold. And I don't even understand why we put up with it. We should write a strongly worded letter and let the state of Missouri know that they're, south of the Mason-Dixon line enough in certain areas that they should be warmer.
True, but we are smack dab in the middle of everything, so we just kind of get the worst of all possible worlds.
Yeah, all possible worlds. Literally. The whole Western Hemisphere just kind of points to Missouri.
Yeah, we're tropical. We're in the tundra at times. We have a pleasant day here and there.
We got mountains, we got lakes, we got rivers.
Well, it's not unheard of for us to get all 4 seasons in one day.
That's true. That's true. Especially if you're driving around the state. Missouri can be quite the adventure.
Mm-hmm.
You could be in winter conditions and then later that day be on a beach.
Yeah.
Fugitive Beach, as it were. You been there?
No, I can't say that I have.
Dude, take kids. Take the kids, take the wife. It's, if you ever remember going to one of those oases when you were a kid where you would
swimming hole.
Woods, you would find a good swimming hole.
True.
That's what it is, except it's
an old quarry.
It's an old quarry that they bought, and they've got slides and all kinds of things down there for people to have fun with. And you can be on the beach and then take the slides, and it's kind of like a public pool, except it's sand. And
that does sound fun. Is this an officially sanctioned place? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It used to be outlawed, but then they got
it
caught so many times that they had to get a license.
Fair enough.
I think that's the story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I prefer an edge of danger with any place I like to go.
Oh, so for that, you would like Johnson's Shut-ins.
Yeah, been to Johnson's.
You want to die.
It's been a very long time.
People die.
That's just good advertising right there.
People die at Johnson's Shut-ins. They just do. There have been deaths at Johnson's Shut-ins. I should say that. I just say that, and that also
people don't go there to die. That's
that also makes my statement true, though, because people do in fact die at Johnson Shut-ins.
Well, people die anywhere if you think about it. Really,
that's true. Kind of like you. You've been trying to do that your whole wrestling career.
I've apparently had a death wish that I was unaware of for 26 years now. So
yeah. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this pilot episode into an interview Billy McNeil segment.
Oh,
yes.
boy.
Great for ratings.
You just stepped on through to the wild side, sir. So let's figure out what we can find out about you. I don't know. Tell the people about Billy McNeil, man.
Who
What
is
he?
the Irish luchador?
Hi, I'm Billy McNeil. I'm from outer space, and I invented Christmas. Nice to meet you.
And
All
these are all
right,
true
that's a good
stories.
start.
You lie to it, I'll swear by it.
Everything I just said was a lie, by the way.
I swear.
Yeah. My real name's not Billy, and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Because he's from space.
It's Curtis Wilde.
It's none of your business. It's true. And he's lost quite a bit of weight. He's looking handsome, though.
Yeah, we're actually the same person. I'm just incredibly fast. Switching spots here. You know what a time mirage is? Here, let me explain to you about physics from the television show The Flash.
Have you ever seen it? CW Network? You guys all know. We don't got to go into it. But yeah, same dude.
It was really good for like 5.5 seasons, and then it was just... What
Did
kind of
it
language
get really
were you
bad?
on?
Because I wasn't really in Let's Rock It, dude. I mean...
It fucking sucked after that.
horrible. Apparently. I don't know. I didn't really follow it, like, at all.
Oh man, that was appointment viewing in my house. Me and my whole family get together. We watch every episode of that up until about, I'd say, halfway through the 5th season, and it was just like, yeah, they clearly ran out of ideas like at least a year ago.
Didn't they do the crossover thing where they brought them all together?
The crossovers were actually excellent. I watched Arrow as well. Arrow was really good.
Arrowverse.
Legends
that was
of
it.
Tomorrow. Yeah, it was Arrowverse.
Yeah.
Legends of Tomorrow was really good. Never really watched much of Supergirl. Never really watched Batgirl. A little bit of Black Lightning, but yeah, the crossover episodes were sick, dude.
You know what I really wanted to watch that I never really partook in because it was on a streaming station that I didn't have. Krypton. There was a show called Krypton.
I don't know anything.
It
about
had
that.
a Lobo. It had a Doomsday.
Well, shit, that sounds pretty good. Is this live action or animated?
Live action.
Really?
Yeah.
What channel is that on?
I don't know. Can we get our producer
I was gonna say we got a producer, right?
Wildfire to check that out for us?
What was the name of that again?
Come on, young Jamie, you were here. Yeah, she compared herself to young Jamie from the Joe Rogan show. So
right on.
yeah,
It was a really good show. 20 years ago.
oh yeah, that's true. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
It was like once he moved to Texas, he just started sucking the wrong dick.
He integrated. He did, man. He just kind of fell into that mindset. Like, although I think that he was leaning towards that direction anyway, and that's what got him out of California and into Texas. So that was kind of an inevitable thing that I think was going to happen.
I mean,
happening.
Yeah, I think part of the problem was it. For the longest time, he was kind of like the premise of the show. Rather, was he was a curious guy who brought in people who gave him knowledge that he didn't have before, and he would ask them questions about it and learn things. And that was kind of he was the surrogate for the audience because
he asked all the questions.
He was there to learn.
Yeah.
But then at some point, he became an authority on everything, and it kind of just flipped the whole premise on its head. And
he wasn't the curious guy anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
He was the informer.
Exactly, thank you. I thought he was awesome on news radio, by the way. He was great on that show.
I think he's great in most of the jobs he does. I thought Fear Factor.
He was perfect on that show.
He was perfect for Fear Factor. He was good in news radio. He's a great announcer for UFC. The podcast was great when he was that curious guy.
Yeah, I remember a bunch of those episodes, like going back and listening to him a couple times. He had Dave Foley, who was the main character of news radio. That was one of the best hours of podcasting I've probably ever heard, and it, probably just for me because I'm the biggest fan of that show there ever was.
Well, he also just had
My
some
uncle used to
really,
record it on VHS.
great guests, like well-rounded from different backgrounds, different expertise, things like that. I remember we used to listen to Joe Rogan's podcast when Curtis was driving over the road all the time, and I'd go
religiously.
with him.
I was a big Joe Rogan guy.
Yeah. And a lot of his guests just had a lot of really cool things to talk about. Things that after the episode was over, we would go down a rabbit hole and learn more about, like
the pyramids.
the pyramids, how the pyramids were built, the theories of how the Egyptians built the pyramids and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. That's kind of what I was alluding to before. Is
Oh, so by the way, sorry,
you're good.
Krypton, the TV show, it was a Sci-Fi Network show, and it's on YouTube and Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, and Fandango.
Apple TV, the place where awesome shows go to be seen by nobody.
Right.
Yeah, there was another show that was on Apple TV. That
I'm trying. I know there's one. It was. I can't remember the name of it because they just started making everything like simple word titles. But Adam Scott was on it, and he's working at some kind of office job, and there's some big sinister conspiracy behind it. And I can't remember. I want to say Subservience, but I know that's not the name of it. It's something along those lines. But yeah, it's apparently very good.
there was a really good action flick not too long ago where they're on. I mean, completely different thing, but I'm pretty sure it was on Apple TV. They're on the hell or the gate of hell. They're on like the edge of hell.
Okay.
And they've got to guard it. So there's somebody on that end of the wall, just on the other side of this ravine, and then the guy who plays Star-Lord was it
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. He's on this side of the wall, and he's got to defend over here. And there's like creatures trying to get out of hell.
Wait, you talking about the Gorge?
That's it.
Yeah, that was Miles Teller.
It was Miles Teller. It wasn't Chris Pratt. He wasn't in that.
No, I don't believe so. But yeah, that was actually pretty good. It was Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. I watch a lot of movies and television. If you couldn't parse that already,
I can now. No, I've known you for years, Billy McNeil. But the audience needs to know that big movie guy.
Yeah, big time. That's basically all I do when I'm not wrestling. I occasionally do my day job too.
Yeah, and like he's got a family and things.
Well, yeah, and I occasionally pay attention to them
between movies.
When they pay him.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they want to know questions about movies, for instance, I will absolutely pay attention to them. Other than that, they're pretty much on their own.
Or like video games or animated series or
Didn't you say you were on a pay per question basis with your kids?
Well, yeah. I mean, how else am I supposed to make money?
That's a good point.
It works well. Yeah.
I think we should adopt that, actually. We could make a bundle, because our kids are, like, tugging at us with questions.
Well, I was going to say, you got the younger ones, too, who are very inquisitive about everything.
Right.
Yeah, but it's more the older one that wants to know, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I have this?
But then my
Can I have
question
this
is,
as a popular
does
one?
it count when they ask the same question over and over again? Do you have to pay them for the same question? Or
do they have to pay you?
Do they have
You
to
gotta
pay
work
you
that
for the
out in
same
your
question?
subscription model at some point,
Oh,
I guess.
I
You have
think
some
it-
language in the
yeah.
contract.
I think
It's
at
in the
that
fine
point
print.
it starts getting Kumite style, though. You know? Like, you gotta start doing battle if they ask too many times.
Just an underground fighting tournament to answer a kid's question.
Yeah.
I think we got another pilot on our hands here.
Parenting 101. Parenting 101.
Absolutely.
That and fruit snacks, and you got it handled.
That'd be a hell of a spelling bee. Spelling bee to the death.
I like where you're going
I feel
with
like we're just giving away $1 million ideas here.
just handing them out, making it rain. We got somebody out there that's going to take those balls and run with it. Go for it.
Exactly.
Man. Go for it.
Just cut us a check.
Small finder's fee.
So how long ago did you get in this business?
Let's see. First match was September of 1999. I was 3 months out of high school.
Wow.
So a very, very long time. That's 26 years.
You got 3 months on me, bro. How'd that happen?
Oh, really? Let me guess.
December 99.
December, okay.
God, you fuckers
Where
are
was your first
old.
match?
In Spring Valley, Illinois.
Spring Valley, Illinois. All
I
right.
almost said Piatone.
Do you remember who you wrestled in your first match?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 500-pound Bane. This dude named Bane. He came out with a chain around his throat. But
I assume it's a Batman reference.
no. This was
Really?
before that. And, well, no, it might have been just after.
I was gonna say, I'm sure Bane existed
But,
as a character before
yeah.
then, but not in the popular consciousness.
This dude didn't have the Bane mask. He was more mercenary, but he was 500 pounds, probably legit. And I would say about 5'10", maybe 5'9".
500 pounds, 5'10". That's good proportion-wise, I think.
He was a very large man.
It sounds
He was
like
a
the
boulder.
Blob from X-Men.
He was a very large man. And it was a handicap match. And
Obviously.
All of him against you.
my partner was much smaller than me, even. So it was a
Well, you're not a
stack.
small guy by any means.
But 500 pounds...
That's a pretty extreme handicap.
Yeah, that's a pretty extreme handicap. So, and I was, greenhorn, fresh out of training, and I got, crushed with the other kid. The other kid didn't help. Like, I was holding my own, and then I tripped over the other guy. You know the deal. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I'm very familiar. No, were you
Hey,
part of the
hey,
actual
are you
film?
trying to say
No,
that you
not
tripped
then.
over me? Never
Oh,
mind.
I've definitely tripped over you.
That's true.
No, I didn't.
UI.
I didn't join Curtis until, let's see, we met in spring of '04, and I think that fall I may have managed for him for the first time. But then I didn't really. It wasn't a regular thing until I moved here. So that would have been in 2006. Shit, I've been here for fucking almost 20 years now.
Yeah. At the end
of this month.
This month.
Yeah.
On the 29th of
Yeah.
this month is
Oh,
our
wow.
21 year together this time.
Nice.
Yeah, we were together a time before that. We
Oh,
broke up.
kidding.
Yeah, we broke up for like 8.5 months, got back together.
So not that long. I mean,
And
eight
then
and a half
that
months
was
is a long
that
time,
was
but not
21 years ago after
Sure,
that.
yeah. That was.
Yeah.
Did he use the fact that he was a pro wrestler to impress you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Why
I
wouldn't
would
he?
walk around being like, pro wrestler, right? That's how I got you?
Right. Yeah, no. No, actually, that is how we met, though. We
Okay.
we had friends, mutual friends. I had a friend who was dating one of his friends that he knew through wrestling, and they had started taking me to shows, and I had a good time. I loved it. I love being part of the audience, but also seeing the behind the scenes and everything that goes on before a show and stuff like that. And one day they were like, "Oh, we have this friend for you. We think you guys would really get along. You have a lot of things in common. You like a lot of the same music." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Roll my eyes. And then, but I knew who he was.
Beethoven was what they were talking about. I'm into Beethoven, Bach.
I would have guessed just based on looking at you.
That's my thing.
And then one day he popped up online and sent me a DM back in the AOL Instant Messenger days.
Oh, dude, this was ICQ numbers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
ICQ
This was
numbers.
when we
Kids had
had
no idea what
AIM,
you're
we
talking
had
about.
Yahoo Messenger, we had MSN Messenger,
Sure,
we had
yeah.
ICQ, we had
We had
everything.
to get discs to be able to get online.
Right?
Oh my god. I
And it
remember
made this god-awful sound.
the old AOL like profiles where you filled out your interests and hometown and all that stuff, and anybody could click on it and figure out who you were.
Yeah.
None of us
Right.
had any
and then-
clue about online privacy.
It went to
Right.
message boards, and it went to...
Chat rooms? You remember chat
I
rooms?
do.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
multiple chat rooms. Chat rooms about so many things. Chat rooms were the Reddit before Reddit.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
they still kind of exist to a certain degree, just not as in real time as chat rooms used to be.
Probably, though, because like they have apps for that now. So
Right.
like Slack.
Discord, I guess, is kind of
Discord.
Slack is like that. Yeah.
The DMs and the chatbots and stuff like that we used back then, they were social media before social media. You know, you like see people, meet people, talk to people in chat rooms, and then you move it to your messengers and
yeah.
shit like that.
You guys remember the ICQ numbers?
Oh yeah.
These numbers were like 26 digits long.
Yeah.
That was your online phone
It was
number.
basically like an
Yeah.
IP address, but in way more complicated fashion.
Right.
Yeah.
And in order to connect to somebody, you had to copy and paste your ICQ address because you couldn't have just a handle like you did in other places.
Think about a Bitcoin wallet and your verification number, your key.
Just to be able to talk to your friends.
Just to be able to talk to your friends.
Yeah, I don't think that one lasted very long. That wasn't a great
it didn't.
business
Very, very
investment.
primitive.
AOL Instant Messenger finally moved up to Yahoo Instant Messenger. I think somewhere in there was a Microsoft one.
MSN.
Yeah, MSN.
MSN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Excite.
use that one a lot.
Yeah. Excite. Oh my god. I've done that probably 30 years, man.
I remember all that stuff, man. But that's how we met. We started talking because she was 3.5 hours away,
Yeah.
roughly.
Right, yeah.
How'd you meet your wife?
We were working together at Quiznos when I was in college.
Oh, so you guys were eating good.
In the neighborhood.
Do you have any idea how much I miss Quiznos?
Yes.
There's
Fuck
still
yes.
one. You
Is
know,
there
there's
really?
still one.
Where?
Over by where Village Square used to be. The old theater. dollar
Still?
show. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Okay, so it might have closed since the last time I saw it, but there was still one Quiznos right there. It's like off the highway, but kind of hidden.
Man, those sandwiches were bomb. That was my favorite place to go.
So good. And then when you have access to everything in there, and you can just make whatever kind of sandwich you want with the
Danger.
So how'd you get
Danger.
a 6-pack then? Because back then you had a 6-pack.
Dude, I had the metabolism of Barry Allen. I could not gain weight if I wanted to.
That's the Flash for those who aren't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nerd cred.
Custom, what up?
Nerd cred. See, that's one of the things that me and Billy McNeil have in common is that we grew up around the same time. So we get the Thundercats references and Silverhawks and He-Man. And, yeah, I said Silverhawks. I broke it out. Do you remember the bad guy in Silverhawks?
I do not know. I wasn't a huge Silverhawks guy, but I remember having
Death Star.
Silverhawks back in the day.
I think his name was
Death
Dark
Star?
Star. No, Dark
I was
Star.
going to say Death Star. I'm pretty sure Lucas would have come after him with a lawsuit.
Probably.
Right.
Probably.
Very
I think it was
litigious.
Dark Star.
Dark Star makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, there's so many things from that era that were just awesome that people don't. You remember Captain Power? Do you remember that one?
I don't.
It was
I remember
like
Captain
an interactive
Planet.
show.
Right.
Captain Planet, for sure, because it came on before and after.
Captain
WCW.
Planet was the shit. They need to bring that
Captain
back
Power,
and
was
do
that the
a
one that
live
had the
action
gun that
movie.
had the
A
laser
good
shooter
one.
that came like you could buy it.
Yeah, you could interact with the TV. Like stuff would come up on the TV, and you'd shoot it with this like vehicle
do remember
/ gun.
that.
But yeah, I remember that being a thing. There's nobody who remembers that shit anymore. Nobody.
I mean, vaguely.
Yeah.
Vaguely. As much as I remember the Metroid robot.
The Metroid robot. Which one are you
You know,
talking about?
the Metroid robot. You remember the tabletop Metroid robot from the game?
Oh, you're talking about Rob the Robot.
Rob the robot.
From Gyromite.
Gyromite, that was it.
No, I'm a big Metroid guy. I tell you everything you ever want to know about Metroid, believe me.
All right, tell us everything we ever wanted to know about Metroid.
All right, so here's what
That's
happened.
enough.
That's everything everyone needs to know about it, trust me.
That's all. That is all.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
So you don't know the game Metroid?
No.
Yeah, it was one of the
Okay, he's
one of
gotta
the very
explain it a little
early
bit.
Nintendo games. It was and it was different than all the other Nintendo games because basically the premise of the game was you're this alien fighter who's in a strange alien planet, and you can kind of you can go to play. It's not like like in Super Mario Brothers, you got to go from one part of the map to the other. It was like a very direct map. Well, Metroid was not like that at all. It was kind of an open world kind of thing, which was crazy revolutionary from the time because this is like 1986. But it was this space warrior named Samus Aran, who you didn't find out until the end was actually a woman.
Oh,
which
so
was-
okay, so
which is a
now
crazy
I
twist.
understand. That's where the character Samus comes from.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so I was familiar with the games that Samus was in later on.
Sure.
but
Yeah. The original's actually not very good. It's not something you can go back and play now. It's very frustrating.
But there are a lot of games that spawned off of it.
There's
I'm sure.
ton. I think Super Metroid is the greatest video game of all time, to be honest with you. Back from 1994 on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Unbelievably good. I can still play that today. I might go home and play that tonight. I try to run through it like once a year. It takes me like an hour and a half.
Yeah, but you said greatest game of all time, dude.
Oh, yeah,
and
no
you're starting
doubt.
to step on Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Those are up there.
Yeah.
but-
up there.
Yeah.
Up there. We're going to have to thumb wrestle.
Super Metroid, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. Yeah, not too hard to tell when I was a teenager. Super Mario Land, Mario Brothers 3. God, I don't even know what else I'd throw on there. Because
The original Zelda.
the original Zelda is absolutely up there. That was another incredible game at the time, just because you didn't have a point A to point B kind of map. It was, you can kind of go everywhere, and you got to find these different things to access different areas, and that was way more thinking that most video games at the time expected of anybody.
See, I'm sure I watched people play that, but I didn't have video game systems growing up, so
Gotcha.
what I was exposed to from other people was the limit of my my video game experience for a lot of years. I mean,
I get you.
first video game I actually remember playing was Super Mario Brothers on just regular Nintendo, and then
Still a classic. That's another one. You can go back
always
and play now.
always
It's
a
still
fucking
super
classic.
fun.
All the Mario games, obviously. But then once Nintendo
He
60,
drank it. He drank it. You told me he wouldn't drink it.
I don't know what this is. I hope there's no alcohol in here. I don't drink.
That's the whole point. Is that you don't know what it is.
It's good, whatever.
it's
It is.
just
that way.
tasteless bourbon. It's fine.
That's gonna be an interesting ride home.
Well, crawl home.
That's probably more likely. I haven't had a drink in 10 years now, so
Well,
for you.
kudos, good
Yeah.
sir. Was there a catalyst that caused you to step away from that?
Drinking too much actually was the catalyst. So,
That'll do it.
yeah,
do it.
yeah. Just a pattern of drinking too much and feeling like shit and not wanting to do that anymore. Yeah.
The catalyst for me was watching a bunch of other people drink so much. I was a bouncer.
Oh, sure. I was going to say, I'm sure you've seen plenty of that.
Yeah. So
under your
watching
travels.
other people get really stupid and uncontrolled, and given that I'm a bit of a control freak when it comes to my personal, I think that watching that shit was a huge turnoff for me.
Oh, I totally understand. Yeah.
I think that my phone just vibrated. Did you hear it?
I did not.
There was a bzzz. It might come across on the thing. I don't know. I'm calling it out. Just if you're watching, if you're listening, that's what happened.
I don't know. I have the hearing ability of, I don't know, what's something that doesn't hear well? A fish?
Do fish not hear well?
No, I don't know.
It's kind of I assume they went by vibration in the water, but...
So that would mean that they would hear really well, because they could probably make out the shapes like Daredevil.
Are
or
they
a
hearing or are
bat.
they feeling, though?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good question.
Yeah, we're getting into the tough questions here,
We're getting
ladies and
into the
gentlemen.
nuances. Now we got to figure out the meaning of life. I mean, if we're going to get into the tough questions, we're going to go all...
Oh, that's pretty easy. I mean,
How do you know that it's easy?
We're all of one consciousness, independent, but, collective. We're,
Come on, Bill Hicks this shit, bro.
Life is a dream, and we're in the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather.
Ayo.
Bam! Nailed it. Nailed it.
I was getting there. It's been a while.
Bill Hicks, that's a guy that doesn't get enough
Today, a man on acid discovered.
flowers these days. Everybody throws love to...
Carlin.
Carlin does get a lot of love.
He's
Carlin
my
does
favorite.
get a lot of love,
but
yeah, absolutely. But they throw love to some other people. Ralphie May.
there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, but
He was funny
gets
as
a lot
shit,
of love.
Yeah, he was.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Who's currently on a game show with Mr. Beast. So
Then it was
what
the
the
other
fuck
one.
is this
It
world?
was the other one. Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac, yeah. I was
the
about
one
to say Steve Harvey, but yeah, Bernie
died
Mac was
way
way
too soon.
funnier.
Died way too soon.
John Leguizamo was always one that I appreciated.
There's another name, again, haven't heard in a while. He's actually like a pretty competent actor for...
He's a great
especially
actor.
For somebody who's just a I hesitate to say just a comedian, but he was primarily a comedian for a long time.
No, he's got a pretty wide range as far as his acting ability goes, from what
He
I've
was
seen.
awesome in Summer of Sam. There's a movie I saw in the theaters with 3 other people on opening night. But, yeah, he was great in that movie. I don't know why he didn't get more dramatic roles. Anywho.
He would go all in, too. He's one of those guys that would just give himself to the part. He'd scream, he'd bleed, he'd cry, he'd fucking get covered in his own sweat to get that part, or to get that point across.
Great range of emotion.
Yeah.
Sign of a good actor.
Yeah. And you don't have to like the movie, but Romeo and Juliet, dude, he gave,
Lerman's
he
Romeo
gave
and
his
Juliet?
everything.
Yeah, he did. As I'm trying to remember the name of the character he played.
One of the Capulets, I think.
Yeah. Wasn't he also in... Hold on, I'm looking something up here really quick.
I loved him in Land of the Dead. George Romero.
Oh, yeah.
George A. Romero.
Big Romero fan here. I thought personally, I think the 2004 Dawn of the Dead remake was written by James Gunn, by the way. A little trivia for you guys there.
Really?
I love that movie.
That's
so
awesome.
Good.
I do too. The Running Zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Well,
one.
that and 28 Days Later came out within like 6 months of each other, and they both had the running zombies. Although, I don't know if I'd really call them zombies in 28 Days Later, but...
No, they're infected.
We're splitting hairs at this point, yeah.
No, they're infected, and they don't just eat you, they beat you to death.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new one yet, and I don't know if they explore any more of what they were, whether or not it was curable or anything like that.
I started to watch it. It really just seems like people are making their way through an evolved zombie wasteland.
I got you. Okay, yeah. I mean, I've got it on my phone. I downloaded it by completely legal means, and I will watch it eventually.
Yeah, as well you should.
Disclaimer.
Especially if you like the first
I like
two.
how you slid that in there, Bill.
And
I
the
keep my
first
bases
one
covered
was
legally.
one of my favorites too. One of my favorite zombie movies.
Oh my god, the movie's amazing.
or zombie-esque movies.
Yeah.
In the Dawn of the Dead, I just always liked the concept of a zombie movie with people surviving in a mall, because
Yeah,
I
oh,
always
that's
thought to myself, that's probably what I would do.
you
Like
got
that would be
everything you
my
need.
that would be my first thought.
Absolutely.
You know,
It's
go to a mall.
secure. You've got supplies like crazy, depending on the mall.
Everybody else is going to the police station. They're going to the army bases. They're trying to find places like that. I think a Walmart, Costco,
Absolutely. Yeah,
or a
that's a good
mall.
one. Yeah,
Or a mall. If you can't get in the middle of nowhere,
yeah, I mean, I'm more of a Sam's Club guy personally, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I agree completely.
Well, no, actually, I'm more of a Costco guy, except Costco doesn't have as many options, and they don't have as many places to get the cheap gas.
But they do have the chicken bake at the cafe there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just basically like take a bun from a Subway sandwich and fill it with chicken and Caesar dressing and cook it. Oh, dude, they're so good.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like a couple bucks. Just crazy cheap.
That sounds pretty amazing. You know what we got the other day at Walmart that, or not, I wouldn't say the other day, months ago. These little,
Oh, excuse me.
they're like tots, but they're filled with egg. And there's
Really?
another one that's filled with cheese, right?
Those are not the ones at Walmart. The ones at
Cheesy
Walmart
tots.
are the potato and cheese, and then they have the maple brown sugar sweet potato ones.
What?
But 3 of them come in a
Yeah.
box. They're like $2.50 or something like that.
Oh, they
And
did
they're
have
like that
they
big.
did have the
Right.
egg bite ones. Those were the breakfast ones. You just
Yeah.
got to get there early enough in the day because they
I
don't
gotcha.
replenish them throughout the day like they do the potato kegs. That's what they're
Gotcha.
called, potato kegs.
Those sound
That's
bomb as
it.
hell. I might have to find.
Honestly, like if you don't go into Walmart for anything else, which I wouldn't blame you, those are worth it.
I have to. I've got one very close to my house. It's
Right.
the neighborhood market ones. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
a real Walmart. It's a grocery store, but
That's not too bad.
yeah, it's 252 feet from my house.
Everybody needs food.
Here, let me dox myself real quick, and here's my social security number while I'm at it.
Just so you know, and his bank account is
08. Oh shit!
routing number.
Don't actually do that.
Yeah, don't ever do that.
I've got nothing. Steal whatever you want.
I've had 2 cards stolen, or card
Compromised.
numbers compromised.
I'll
in
get
the
the
last,
the
like, 3
identity
years.
theft. Yeah, that's gotten so. Dude, I had probably 2 of those in the span of about 3 months. And thankfully, you got the bank protection now, where they'll, hey, did you mean to spend $500 at Saks Fifth Avenue in Boise, Idaho? And I'm like,
Nope.
not so much.
Did
Yeah,
not
our
do
bank
that.
is really good about that, but sometimes they're too good. We've run into that where they shut down our account based on something that we were purchasing
sure, yeah.
just because it was a strange amount or because we were in another state. We had
Right.
that happen. Got our bank account shut down over a holiday weekend
Oh,
because we had spent money in another state. That was fun.
Yeah.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah, that was an interesting trip home.
Yeah, they do have a tendency to do that, though, and it's like, hey, we know you don't got money like that. What the fuck are you doing spending $300? No. It shut you down to protect you from yourself.
At like 4:30 on a Friday.
Right.
I've gotten a few of those, yeah.
And then there was one time we
finish it
were
out
in
for
Vegas,
Monday.
so we got a phone call. You guys spent, $12.97 at such and such a place in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, actually we did.
If that was a thief, they're not doing a very good job.
Yeah,
You gotta run that bill
terrible.
up.
Terrible.
But
Terrible job.
yeah, apparently you're supposed to like call and let them know when you're going out of state or anything like that. This is news to me. But
You know,
say.
I think you're just taking it a little too far when your bank is starting to act like a parent.
fair enough. I mean, they have protected me from literally thousands of dollars worth of damage, but at the same time, yeah,
Definitely.
there's a middle ground there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's very parent-like, though.
It is.
Yeah. So maybe they should.
So
set a
speaking of
curfew and
politics,
just let 'em
here's
have
what I
at
think
it.
about that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's just go ahead and nosedive this whole thing right now.
Absolutely. As we're known for. So,
No, dude, we're very good at taking it right up to the edge where we're about to get at the very least in slight trouble, at the very most fired immediately.
yeah.
Take it right up to that line.
You could have just stopped at the "we're very good" portion and then left it there. Dot.
You didn't have
alright,
to
we'll fix it in
kamikaze
post.
yourself.
Yeah. There's no need to give our inside ball away.
No, I think we're We're great at the
Poking the bear.
Poking a little.
yeah, a little bit of that. Nothing wrong with that.
See, but then everybody looks at me like, why don't you stop them? Why don't you control them? And they don't, like, there's literally nothing I can do. I tug on the leash, like, nothing.
The thing is,
I just have to let them go.
We can't even control.
And then when they fuck up, I just got to look at them like, see, I told you. I hope you learned your lesson. Maybe next time.
We can't control this either because we don't know what we're going to do until we're doing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know.
And I think you and I are very kindred spirits in the fact of, like, if I see a good, like, opportunity to do a bit or be funny or something like that.
Let it fly.
I don't care about the consequences at that point. I'm jumping right on that fucking grenade.
You got to.
I mean, that's how we wound up with
Life is too short.
the tape confetti.
So for those who didn't see it, we did a promo on SICW TV a few months back, and at the end of the promo, Billy McNeil shouted a thing that had become a catchphrase at that time, "Never gonna die," except he had taken the time to learn it in French and said it in French and then threw confetti at the camera.
Made no sense in context whatsoever.
None.
But
Nobody knew it was going to happen.
None.
Wouldn't stop me.
Couldn't stop.
We just, before the show, we just see him cutting up bits and pieces of colorful tape. And for people who have never spent time in the SICW locker room, shit like this is actually not super uncommon.
No, it's actually
Like,
pretty common.
It's a very random place. Like, everybody's just kind of
Delightfully so.
doing their own thing. And, you just never know what...
It's an experience.
It's a unique experience, right? So we just didn't think anything of it, talking, whatever, bullshitting before the show. And then we go out there for the promo. They do the promo, and all of a sudden Billy starts shouting in French, and a cloud of colorful tape confetti goes flying at the camera. Yeah. And
I was reasonably certain I was going to get bitched at for that, too.
How do you not laugh? I couldn't hold it in.
What you didn't see was him walking around most of the day mumbling to himself in French. I didn't know what he was saying. I didn't know what he was
That's
saying.
the only way you learn, by repetition.
No, that's what I thought he was doing. I thought that he had found a Rosetta Stone program. He was just trying to get the French down.
But that does, that was a point I wanted to bring up at some point, is that the SICW locker room, I think if the show was just what goes on in the locker room, it'd probably be just as entertaining, if not more so, than the actual shows.
Dude. Oh, man, yeah.
I mentioned a reality series years ago.
That would be
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know how nobody's done that yet. Just because there's been, like, movies and shows about pro wrestling, but nobody ever does, like, the backstage stuff. Yeah. I think you could have a good show without any wrestling whatsoever. Just the nuances around it.
I'm gonna get Chrissy's take on this, and then I'm gonna say how we could do it, because SICW is the only place it could. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that it would have to be done in a way that still protects the business.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I think it could be done.
It's possible, and I think it would be entirely entertaining. That show is on Netflix, Wrestlers, about OVW,
show,
right?
Yeah.
So they did a really good job of that, except a lot of it was focused on the production and the shows themselves.
Sure.
And if we switched that and we did the behind the scenes and focused more on, how everybody in the locker room is just regular, everyday people that get together and do this extraordinary thing for the sake of entertaining a crowd, it's pretty fucking compelling.
Yeah, and there's so many people in that locker room, too, that are worlds more entertaining just as human beings than they are as wrestlers. And that's not to say that they're not entertaining as wrestlers, because they all are, but there's so many, like, diverse and
dude, back in the day, one of our referees was a, like, 9th degree black belt in ninjutsu.
Right, yeah.
Our former referee,
yeah.
Talking about Jay, right?
Oh, yeah, Jay King, shout out.
Most dangerous man in the locker room wasn't even a wrestler. He was a referee.
I was going to say, there can't be two of those, right?
No. And he's awesome. He got married in a samurai, full-on samurai armor, and his wife was in a kimono.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And he still got the armor in a glass case in his house.
Yeah.
You walk into his house, you take a right, he's got a couple houses now, but you take a right, and there it was.
A couple houses that he took by force, I assume?
No, well, yeah, wouldn't that be the story? He's actually Genghis Khan.
A ninja went to Costa Rica and took a bunch of land and by storm and built houses on
That
them.
is what they did. Him and well, I don't know how much they stormed the shores of Costa Rica, but they bought some land down there. They built a house, and now they're Airbnb-ing that and building another house.
See, that's the thing about
awesome.
wrestling. Another thing about wrestling that I love is you never know the type of people that you're gonna meet. But yeah, everybody is super interesting, I think.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we all got drawn to it for some reason or another, and I
We're all
think
the
that-
same level of crazy.
Yeah, I was going to
You
say
gotta
here's
be
the
a
thing.
certain
We're all
type of nuts.
Here's the reason I think that SICW is uniquely positioned to pull off a reality series that shows the backstage. It's because in a lot of venues, the heroes and the villains come out of separate areas. We don't-
there's that level of separation. that
we
you
don't
see
interact,
everywhere,
man. Like you may see what was the Mickey Rourke wrestler movie?
Angel
The
Eyes.
The
wrestler.
Wrestler.
Yeah.
Angel Eyes.
Jesus.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Nice pull.
It's one of my favorite movies, actually.
It's a great movie.
At least growing up, it was. But yeah, you see the wrestler, and that was a locker room where it seemed like a lot of people were interacting and they were doing a lot of planning and things of that sort.
Sure.
And like you won't see that a lot in SICW. So
No, we have
we're,
no. Most of us, like you guys, don't.
we're pros.
You talk about your matches.
Yeah, we need our times. We need who we're wrestling, and I mean, if we're going out there against a guy that's been doing things we don't like, a lot of times we don't like them, so we're not going to interact with them in the backstage area.
Well, we don't really have to deal with that a whole lot anyway. Everybody is a lot like family in our company, and because you guys don't have to do a whole lot of that, there's a lot more time to just kind of hang out and bullshit and like get to know each other as people.
Yeah, definitely.
And plus, we know that if it's not a sanctioned match, that anything that happens backstage is possibly going to be a fireable offense. And
Yeah.
we got a lot of big things coming up.
Well, yeah,
SICW year after year has a lot of big things coming up, so it's a place to be. And
Dude,
you don't want to get canned.
No,
you know?
we opened for, or excuse me, Bill Murray opened for us last year,
Yeah,
dude. That's one of the craziest tidbits of all my pro wrestling years.
I will never
think
forget
that's
sitting
gonna be
next to
top.
that tent watching him perform on stage.
How fucking weird was that, right?
It was super cool though.
You know what bothered
in the
me?
best
And he
though,
was
is that
and he was wearing a Cubs hat or something like that, wasn't he?
Yeah, Cubs hat and a,
I couldn't
like
get the
Yeah.
whole locker room together to do the stripes routine with the rifles. I was trying.
He would have had us thrown out immediately.
I was trying.
I think he would have been amused.
I
He
like to
wanted
think
to
so.
stick around for the show, but he had to. They had another gig. Like they were on a time frame.
Yeah, well, I think he had something. They said basically they got to rush him off stage like right into something else because
Yeah.
I tried my
Oh,
ass
wasn't he
off
the
to get to
grand
meet
marshal
him.
for that race
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
day?
But he had all kinds of like PR and shit. I guess he had to do because believe me, I tried everything I possibly could to meet that dude. I'm like, if I got to rush the stage, I'm rushing the fucking stage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were, 20 yards from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Bill fucking Murray.
While he was performing, I didn't even know he had a band until we found out that he was going to open for us.
They were pretty
Yeah,
damn
right.
good too.
They
were
weren't bad. Although he is just up there having fun.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
He's
they're
hitting
a
the
festival band.
tambourine.
Yeah.
For
He's
sure.
hitting the tambourine. He's singing the stuff that he knows.
And he's a
and,
good
Yeah.
showman. I mean, he has been his entire life basically. But
and he's still got energy to do it. And if you still got the energy to go out there and cut up a rug on stage with your brothers, because that's the band
One of
is his
them.
brother.
Yeah.
Or brother. Yeah.
I mean,
brothers or brother.
they're called as blood brothers, but I don't recall seeing Brian Doyle or Joel up there.
That's true. That's true. But they were sent on a mission from God.
I would have been just as excited to meet Joel Murray, to be honest with you.
Why?
Dude, he was in the movie One Crazy Summer with John Cusack and Demi Moore back in like 1986. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Dude, John Cusack is one of my undercover favorite actors.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What's your favorite John Cusack movie?
Point blank. Gross Point
Gross
Blank.
Point Blank. Yeah, that's a good choice.
That's
Better Off Dead. That's another great one.
Yeah. Although the problem with Cusack is he falls into the same mold as Nick Cage, where they play the same character. John Cusack is John Cusack, whether he's running from
Kind of like Nick
you know,
Cage.
yeah,
There's a lot of that.
Nicolas
Apparently.
Cage.
But yeah, and apparently they will both do any movie that sends them a script and a bunch of money now. So
Well, now I don't know that they have much choice. Especially Nick Cage. He bought a bunch of weird things.
bought a castle and a dinosaur skull and like
He
he's a
did
nut.
not go to the Keanu Reeves School of being a celebrity.
No,
That's
the
true.
whatever the opposite of that is. I think.
Keanu Reeves.
he went
that's
to the
guy
Ric
that
Flair
all
school.
Celebrities.
Yeah, Ric Flair's probably a great
All
comparison.
celebrities should study Keanu Reeves.
Holy shit! All
For
right,
how to celebrity.
Ric Flair biopic with Nicolas Cage playing Ric Flair. I need to see that.
Woo!
I'm telling you, he could do it. Even in his advanced age. I don't know how old Nicolas Cage is now, but Nicolas Cage is like present day Ric Flair. Would be
He was almost Superman like 5 years ago or something.
dude, that was like 1992.
That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's old people shit. 5 years ago was 2010. Yeah, that was 5 years ago. Nah, dude.
There's already a documentary about it that is like 20 years ago or something like that, where Nick Cage was supposed to be Superman. It was supposed to be directed by Kevin Smith.
Yep. They made a documentary about it.
They were trying to get Kevin Smith to make a big cyborg spider. As
Yeah, it was a giant robotic spider.
A giant robotic spider as the villain of the movie, the big bad of the movie.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
The film ended up getting shelved, and then they used that spider concept in Wild Wild West with Will Smith.
Yep. Yeah, the producer apparently loved the idea of a giant mechanical spider, so
He just wanted that.
they turned Kenneth Branagh into a giant mechanical spider in Wild Wild West.
I mean,
he was great
really,
in that
who
film.
doesn't love a giant mechanical steampunk spider?
And it's pretty awesome. It is, but it has no place in a Superman movie.
No, like,
It's insane.
they honestly probably should have just written a whole movie around that.
It would have had a place in the Superman movie if it was the cyborg Superman.
Maybe, but no. We had long-haired Nicolas Cage Superman in a really weird-looking suit.
Yeah, even the suit concept was really weird. It was like this white pearlescent thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
trying
like
to
a
think of the word.
glowy,
I want to say effervescent, but that's not right.
almost opal.
Iridescent.
Iridescent. That's the word. Thank you.
Effervescent. I like that better. I like that better. It was effervescent color.
It was made of 7-Up.
And my favorite smell is clear.
I thought that
Oh, shit.
Just saying. So 450 days, damn near. We were tag team
Longest
champions.
reigning
How the fuck did you guys pull that off?
hiding in plain sight, I assume.
Yeah.
I think you're right, though. Longest reigning transitional champions of all time.
I didn't think we'd make it a month, dude.
Yeah. Every match, we were thinking that this is going to be it. And then we pulled it off.
Yeah.
Somehow. Some way.
By some miracle.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes we did it style, though, man.
dude, I was gonna say after even in the first tag match, because they would kind of throw us together in tag matches, 6-man stuff like that before.
Against the Hustlers.
Yeah, and then like sometimes I'd tag with like Jason Breed or something, and
Me
you
too.
would tag with Gary Jackson, or just random. Hey, here's two guys on the same side of the fence. Let's throw them together. But then even in our first matches at tag, it was kind of like, oh shit, I think we actually have something here. Like this
It
works.
worked.
Some cohesion.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have you don't have a similar style, which works for you because what you guys do are it's complementary to each other,
Sure,
yeah. And you guys are familiar enough with the way that each other works that you're able to I don't want to say fill in the gaps, but continue the story when you tag and
I would say fill in
continue.
the gaps. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah, plus we bring cock. Yeah.
Careful how you say that.
CAULK.
Heavy on the old.
Yeah, see, we can start on we're making dick jokes for like an hour and a half.
We would. And that's actually what brought up this podcast. We were just making a bunch of...
Oh,
I don't think they were dick jokes per se, but I don't remember what we were fucking around about.
Babe. It's just a metaphor.
Well, I mean, they said, "Hey guys, can you send us some stuff to use on the SICW website to kind of tell us about yourselves and your team?" And it literally just turned into paragraph after paragraph of dick jokes.
That's true.
I don't think most of that's going to make the cut, but it was pretty damn funny.
Probably not. None of those pictures.
Did you ever get the image made of us turned into centaurs?
No, it was working on it though. Oh, and you just ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you just ruined it.
Fuck.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, so
That's
Billy-
spoiling shit for me. I was the one who suggested it.
Billy,
I
what
know,
makes
but
it
you
even
didn't know I was trying to make it.
what makes it even better is it wouldn't take the horse heads away from you and Curtis, so you were still horses. The only one that they actually turned into a centaur was me.
And it was a beautiful centaur. We'll show you after we get done with this.
But you guys still had horse heads attached to the front of your torsos.
Yeah. It was horse, and then it was like our torsos were sitting on the shoulder blades of the horse.
I just snorted.
So I was using Google Gemini, and this is not a great review, because I was literally getting so upset with this AI that I started talking shit to it. I was like, why are you so dumb? You're supposed to be smart.
Take the
This is
horse
like-
heads
listen,
off.
define what a centaur is, and I made it define its own centaur. I was like, all right, now make the humans into that, and it still wouldn't do it. I was like, why are you failing so miserably?
It's not
What
a
is
difficult
your
con- You
problem?
didn't invent the concept of centaurs either. I can understand if it was like, hey, this crazy thing I came up with.
Yeah.
AI being confused about that, sure, but this is a long-held tradition of a thing.
That's the other thing. It wouldn't even autocorrect centaurs. Like when I spelled it wrong, it would try to put centers.
This is centaur erasure, and I won't stand for it.
We need to get on it on Google. I mean, they're a massive player. But if we all come together against Google and let them know that they need to not autocorrect centaurs to centers. Right? That's what we're angry about.
Or centuries.
Or centuries. Yeah,
Fuck.
centuries was one of them.
Yeah.
What?
I like Century.
Like
And the-
SENTRY? Century?
No, it's Century in the Marvel movie in Thunderbolts.
Oh, I just watched it like 2 weeks ago.
Did you like Century?
Yeah, I didn't know much about the character before that, but that was actually pretty sweet. The dual nature of Sentry and the Void,
Yeah.
pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, that's what made that character more interesting than some of the other superpower
Well,
characters.
it's the thing with so many Marvel movies is going in like you already know who like a lot of the characters are and what they do and their whole deal, and you got to watch them set up this character that you already know about. It's like, come on, just let's get to it. But with
That's
that
what I
one,
like about Fantastic Four is that we didn't have to deal with the setup.
Still haven't seen that
It
one.
was like the first 3 minutes.
After the last Fantastic Four, my faith in humanity has been shattered.
You should see the new one, but walk into it with an open mind, pretending that you have never seen any of the other Fantastic Four movies, and this is your first introduction to the Fantastic Four of the Marvel Cinematic
God, they
Universe.
really were bad.
I think you're asking a lot of somebody like Billy.
I liked the first Fantastic
I'm great at
Four.
forgetting things.
The first
Just take another bump, Billy. You'll be fine.
Right
will
out.
not be fine. He will not.
Another drop kick to the head. It's all good.
Yeah.
We never
I
actually
feel
had a
that one.
tag team name. It was always
I'm pretty sure they
Curtis
didn't want us
Wilde
to.
and Billy McNeil. Well, we were individual attractions before that, so
Sure.
we'll just go with that. But we kind of give our own names to ourselves.
Well, yeah, I mean, if
It
that's the
changed
thing,
every
if you
month.
put the name out there and it gets, associated with you, then they kind of have to use it. So you kind of just steamroll that shit in there.
and we did
sometimes
that
it
with a
works.
few names. We did that with a few names.
Yeah, we had.
FAFO.
Fuck around and find out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
That's what
remind
that stands for? Holy shit.
remind our audience which one was fuck around and which one of you was find out.
Gee, I don't know that anybody can figure that one out.
I think we should leave a question mark.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I might even put that up on the screen.
Like a poll.
Big question mark.
Yeah. Who
Like a
was
Mario
which?
style question mark in the block.
You should also have people vote on what they think your name should be.
All right.
I mean, we could do that. Another option.
Name for the
was,
tag team or
the-
name for the podcast?
The Unusual Suspects was. Well, I think the podcast should be called Untitled because, I mean, after 450 days, we don't have the titles.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, that's a
Yeah,
little
see?
double entendre. I love that.
Yeah.
Double
All right.
entendre. We did it, dude.
Yeah, what else? Oh, the name that I came up with just to mess with the booker. What do you guys want to be called? Can you call us the American Yum Yum Clown Machine? They did not like that one.
No, he was
Did
not a fan.
like that at
That was
all.
shot
That did
down
not go over very well.
very hard.
Yeah, and we'll call that the front office. championship committee.
He surprisingly didn't like Titsalicious either.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have pitched at 3 a.m. in a strip club.
Oh, I thought that was the
that's actually
perfect
probably a great
place.
place to pitch.
Right?
Good point. You should try that next time.
You just got to get it in
It didn't
writing.
happen the first
Because
time.
if you can get them to agree to it then and get it in writing, golden. I feel like we're forgetting something. We had other...
Even if we put it on a dollar bill, like if we got him to put it on a dollar.
If it's in writing, doesn't matter what it's written on. The fact that it's written is the important thing. I feel like we're forgetting one. What else?
The Wildcats.
In our own minds.
The Wildcats.
Wildcats, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. That was
Did we
very
have a
early
Z?
on.
You don't
we
remember
have a
the
Z?
shirt that you got?
I did.
You bought a shirt specifically for it, Billy.
Yes!
The Cosmic Cat
That's
shirt.
when I knew that we were a team. And like before that, we were just two singles wrestlers put together to do tag team matches. When you got the Wildcat
It
shirt,
was magic.
that's when I knew.
Yep. I can't find that shirt, by the way. I lost it almost immediately.
We
I
can never
did get
team
another-
again.
I've got another shirt.
I bet somebody jacked it.
It's a cat with a eye patch on with the crossbones.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yes, yes.
I wish I'd
Nice.
thought it up myself because I would merchandise that, but
That's one ball that we really missed. We never got any shirts printed up.
dude, I've been wrestling for 26 years. I've had one shirt ever.
Huh.
I've come up with 1,000, but
I don't know
I
that I
was talking
should
myself out of it.
say this out loud, but that's where the money's at, bro.
Oh, I know.
That's where the money's at. Because these fans, you don't even realize it, but they do want memorabilia for the local guys. They want the shirts and they want your merch and they want to interact. They want the 8x10s and all the fun stuff that we bring to the wrestling shows. Like we gotta keep reordering things.
True. Yeah, and
But-
again, this is mostly my fault because
It's a budget
I know all
thing.
this stuff.
It's a budget thing. Once you get the first round, that'll pay for the other rounds, but you got to keep that money rolling.
Got to keep it separate.
You got to keep it separate, and you
And
got to
then
keep it.
keep
plugging in.
rolling it over into the next thing.
That's
But,
right.
Talk to me later. I got a couple shirt ideas.
Okay. I've had a few. Most of them are really out there. I have to tone myself down most of the time at wrestling, which is the opposite of a lot of.
You don't say.
People wouldn't find me believable as a human being if I act like I do in everyday life.
I think the people would be shocked to find that out. That Irish luchador Billy McNeil that they get at SICW wrestling shows is a toned down version.
Oh, I'm a menace. Ask my wife. Trust me, she's been dealing with it for 20 years now.
You should see him in a mall. And this is
See, no,
not
that
any
depends on if
stretch
he's
of the
he's wearing
imagination.
his wheelies or not.
Billy
Not
McNeil.
all
This
places will
is
still let me do that.
this is no kidding around. Billy McNeil still wears the rolly shoes.
Wheelies.
Yeah, Heelys. I got Beavis and Butthead Heelys from 2004 that my son got me for Father's Day 2 years ago. They're awesome. I love them. I would wear them everywhere if I could. Unfortunately, most places still frown upon that. So it's
And
usually
he
just
still wears them.
it's just SICW venues where I can skate around, and I use it to burn off nervous energy before the show.
Don't
You
tell
know,
your
there's been a
opponents
few
that.
times that I've been tempted to just put a cape on you and watch you go.
Man, that would be
You're like a little
blast.
wind-up toy.
If you've got a spare one, I'd be happy to use it.
I do. I have spare
We do.
capes.
We have you.
But okay, yes,
I got
here's
2 Batmans. I know. I got.
We have a
Superman.
Wonder
a
Woman.
set, huh?
I mean,
How many capes do you own?
we're kind of freaky, bro. I'm just kidding. They're my
Sure,
sons.
but-
They're my sons.
I think we got most of them at Six Flags.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, did you guys hear? I don't know
Was
if
that
it
your
was.
neck?
No, it's a butterscotch.
Oh, okay.
That'd been funny though.
I don't know if it's
Wow.
all of them or just select ones, but I know the St. Louis one is Six Flags has been sold to
Ooh.
a entertainment company out of Orlando, Florida.
That always bodes well. I assume it's some kind of venture capitalist thing.
Maybe no, it's a theme park company.
Oh, is it?
I'll take it if they keep
little
it
better.
how it is. And
No,
then add
they need to
some
make it.
entertainment
They
shows.
need to make it better because Six Flags has gone down so bad over the years. It's not at all what it used to be.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
But you
If they
should
can
have seen
improve
Six
it, and if
Flags
they
St.
make
Louis
it-
when I was young.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. But if this company takes over and turns it into, something that's a little more like Universal or Busch Gardens, even.
Yeah, I guess when you put the
It's a little more like what it's supposed to be.
At like Busch Gardens or Universal, yeah, Six Flags kind of falls short, but
They would have to expand it if they were going to do something like that.
Honestly, the only thing, because I was never allowed to go to Six Flags when I was a kid, so the only one that I've ever actually been to is the one here in St. Louis. But I'd say just since, since I've lived here, going there, just seemed to change a whole lot. So I was really excited to read that. I hope that they do something good with it.
Well, I mean, a lot of this stuff has been the same forever. So
I'll stay optimistic and hope that they do something good with it. I would like to see more shows there. Remember, that was one of the big things at Six Flags is that you would see the Miss Kitty show, and you would see, shows out in the open where it was gunfights and it was knights in shining armor.
Oh yeah,
and
they have like the stunt shows and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
What happened to all that?
I think it's just
They moved to Branson.
Insurance claims.
But yeah, that too. I feel like that's like a product of a bygone era too. Yeah. The live stunt shows. They still have them at certain places. I think the Universal and I want to say Florida does like a Waterworld stunt show, which is hilarious considering what a bomb that movie was. But
I'm pretty sure I'm a product of a bygone era.
Kind of all are at this point.
Sure. But yeah, Waterworld, I don't even know why it bombs so bad. It's a good movie. You rewatch it, it's still a good movie.
It is.
Drinks his pee at the beginning.
It's not anything like, I wouldn't say it's a great movie per se, but it's definitely watchable.
It stands up there with like a Mad Max.
Yes.
I think.
Okay, yeah, I'd put her about on that level.
Add in maybe a little Tank Girl without the campiness.
That's another good pull. Nobody brings up Tank Girl anymore.
Tank Girl's a fantastic
Tank Girl
movie. Daily, whatever.
Well, that's hardly surprising.
No, I love that movie.
Jam.
How could you not love that movie?
That's amazing.
True story.
Yeah, Ice-T is a kangaroo. Come on.
Yes.
That's the best part of that movie. And I'm pretty sure that spawned Warriors of Virtue, which was like a whole samurai team that was kind of like...
I have like this weird like vague memory of that, but I don't know anything about that.
It was kind of like Power Rangers meets the Ice-T's character from Tank Girl.
But, so it originated from a comic book series, didn't it?
Right, yeah. Tank
Probably.
Girl.
So if you think about like the time frame that the movie was made, and with it being based on a comic book series... They probably didn't have a huge budget for it. Like, that movie was really well made.
All practical effects, too.
It was. And the story was well told. Right. Exactly.
And they picked a perfect star for it. That shit pulled
Petty,
it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know who else you could have picked to do that.
Both of them did a fantastic job. Like, the two female leads.
Ice-T was in some weird movies. You guys remember Johnny Mnemonic?
Yes.
I do. Johnny Mnemonic is on... I think it was on Netflix not too long ago.
Yeah.
It was on one of the streamers.
Another one I've acquired through legal means and is currently on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Ice-T communicating with a telepathic dolphin.
Right.
It's as good as it sounds.
It is pretty great.
And it's an awesome pinball machine, too.
Ice Cube's got some good movies. One, Ghost of Mars.
Yeah.
Ghost of Mars. John Carpenter.
Oh, yeah. That was a great flick. But,
yeah, that one got shit on unjustly forever.
Forever. And that was a really good movie. It's another one that I'll go back and watch anytime.
Yeah, I'd say probably once a year, maybe around like Halloween time, just if I'm looking for something along those lines.
I think people are turned off by the villain of that movie because it's not the typical, what you would expect for a space movie.
Yeah, and Carpenter's name comes with a lot of expectations.
Right. Oh, yeah, he's always been really good about that.
Favorite Carpenter movie?
Not even a choice, They Live.
Ooh.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't even know. I'd have to see a list of them. I'm not great with directors and who did what.
I'm going with They Live, but Vampires ranks up there, too.
Vampires is good. Absolutely. Okay. They Live, Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York. I mean,
yeah.
Dude, how just those three together is like a legendary fucking career. He could have stopped right there. That would have been good.
Yeah. And he didn't even have to try. He defined a genre and just doing shit his way.
Yep. Pretty much. And he's like, just throw Kurt Russell in it. Whatever. It'll be good.
And he was right.
But when he couldn't get Kurt Russell, he got Roddy Piper.
I was going to say, I always wonder what it would be like if They Live was Kurt Russell instead of Roddy Piper, because it seems like that's probably what Carpenter would have done.
Yeah.
Now you got me wondering what Big Trouble in Little China would have been like with Roddy Piper.
Amazing.
Amazing. It would have been absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
As Jack, what's his name?
Jack Burton.
Jack Burton.
Check
Good
is
old,
in the mail.
good old Jack Burton. Yeah, he would have been a great Jack Burton.
He would have been amazing. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Maybe that should be our next podcast, going down the line of like parts that wrestlers should have played.
Who's Billy Curtis. I'm sorry. Do I call you by your gimmick name or your real name?
I've been calling her Wildfire, but listen.
I mean, honestly, because I've always tried to keep it separate and try to pretend like Chrissy wasn't Wildfire and Wildfire wasn't Chrissy, but
Definitely never accidentally called you that in the ring.
no, I know. So many people have, including Drew on the mic and on TV, you know, some of the fans. It's really whatever.
On commentary.
Probably.
Yeah, it's whatever. Wildfire, Chrissy, it
All right, Chrissy
doesn't
Fire,
matter.
got it.
The thing is, anybody who knows Wildfire also knows that she's Chrissy Wild.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
We happen to like the Wildfire thing. Number one, Ginger.
Right.
Was always, and that came out of South Broadway after she was at South Broadway. Weren't you Chrissy Wild at South Broadway? Or were you Wildfire there too?
No, I was Wildfire my first match against Jennifer Starr.
And
Yeah.
then you stayed Wildfire there, and then when we went to SICW, she took on the moniker Number One Ginger.
How long were you guys at Broadway?
Number One Ginger. Well,
About 2 years.
She had a run there, and then I had a run there after I healed from my foot.
Yeah, so really it was probably about a year, honestly.
Okay.
Just a little bit longer than I trained.
She was so her run was about a year.
Yeah.
In the training aspect of it, and then,
Okay. Who'd you train with down there?
So,
ironically enough,
at the time, there wasn't a specific trainer per se, especially for us women. There was only 3 of us. So it was kind of, we worked with and learned from whoever was willing to show up and work with us. Curtis was in a boot at the time. He had broken his foot during a match, but was still, jumping in and out of the ring and showing us stuff. So he is one that I credit with my training. Also, Sean Vincent.
Okay.
And Gary Jackson.
Of course. The omnipresent Gary Jackson.
Yeah.
He will
now
outlive us
ask
all.
her who
Gary
she started.
Jackson will outlive us all.
Ask her who was training when she started, because
Who was training when you started?
A couple familiar faces at SICW.
Let's see. The Professionals.
Oh, okay.
Bobby D.
Nice.
Brandon Espinoza.
All right.
Who else?
Well, and the girls.
Yeah, oh, no,
But
I
that was
trained
a lot
with
of
Jennifer.
people that continued on.
Yeah, I
after.
trained with Jennifer Starr and Christy Summers back in the day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of familiar names there, some of which I haven't seen in a very long time.
Yeah, I know.
But it is kind of strange that she was training at the same time, at the same place as Bobby D and Brandon Espinosa.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah. It was like literally just a couple of years after Randy Orton left and went to OVW.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he wasn't at Broadway for a terribly long time.
No, he was at Broadway for a short period of time before he went to the military.
Yeah, he was, from what I understand, he was way more like just in training as opposed to like involved in anything down there.
Yeah.
'Cause, Ryan
He would
Ash,
just
I don't know
go
if you guys
down there
know him.
to bump around and stuff like that. Yeah.
But, yeah, Ryan Ash trained with him a lot back in the day, apparently.
But he credits Ron Powers with a lot of his training too.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you, the Orton family has been a blessing to SICW, but one of the things that I'm missing the boat on is I have an open invitation from Cowboy Bob Orton to learn cribbage from him.
Yeah.
And
How in God's name did you land on that?
went to Vegas a couple times.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hung out with Bob.
Yeah.
Got friendly. We're cool.
Cauliflower Alley Club type shit.
Yeah.
That too, but we're cool in general.
Bob's the guy that everybody wants to play in cribbage and nobody wants to play in
'Cause
cribbage.
he'll destroy you.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in just a second, but I actually know Bob from when he was a state guy, way back in the day.
Dude, I still got my state license from like 2004 or something with his signature on it. I'm like, yeah, I'm holding on to this forever.
Yeah, he was the state guy, and I was coming down and doing shows in Missouri for NWA Missouri.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Shit, I remember NWA Missouri. Those were the days, man.
He was the state, Shane something or other.
Shane Summers.
Yeah, that was it.
My memory's pretty good for somebody who's spent the last 25 years getting hit in the head.
And he gets dumped on it a lot.
All right.
Just right on the
Usually
dome.
on my own suggestion.
Yeah, and he wrestles too.
Yeah, and sometimes I do it in public in front of an audience.
That's right. That's the roll shoes for you. It's the roll shoes for you. But here's the lineage and why I'm really missing the boat on it, and I don't want to continue to miss the boat on it. I do want to learn cribbage from Bob Orton, is because a lot of people out there that are going to watch or listen to this don't even know what cribbage is, and
I certainly don't.
I'm not super sure. It's a card game that also has little pegs that you move along.
Yeah, my dad and my uncles played when I was a kid, and I had no idea what the fuck I was watching them do.
But it's something you can learn, you know? And
it seems like an
it's a
older
card
person's game for
right,
sure.
and that's what I'm going to get into, is that before Bob Orton was the king of cribbage in the legends out at Cauliflower Alley Club. You know, you go out to Cauliflower Alley Club and there's legends from yesteryear all over our bid.
I can't throw a stick without hitting one, I'm sure.
Hall of Famers just walking around everywhere, legends walking around everywhere. But Bob Orton is the king of cribbage among these guys. And at Cauliflower Alley Club, they still do a cribbage tournament.
That's incredible.
And he is the man who wins all the time. Before him...
He's the king of cribbage.
He's the king of cribbage. But before him, it was Andre the Giant.
Really?
Before Bob Orton, it was Andre the Giant carrying around his bag of cribbage. And Bob's got his bag of cribbage. He's got his cribbage bag that he carries around Vegas. And Andre the Giant...
have his...
Andre the Giant was the same way, where he would carry around his cribbage bag and he would play cribbage with the guys in the back. And he was the king of cribbage. So it went from Andre the Giant to Cowboy Bob Orton.
Sure.
And I have an open invitation to go over to Cowboy Bob Orton's house and learn cribbage.
Be the apprentice, be the one who passes it along to the next generation.
Which is weird, because I'm not going to be a Cowboy Bob Orton or an Andre the Giant.
You don't have to beat them, you just have to succeed them.
I have to succeed them and be the king of cribbage.
Exactly.
Maybe. We'll see.
He's offered to bestow upon you the crown of cribbage. It's up to you to take it.
It is amazing, and it is something that I don't want to miss the boat on. You know,
Yeah.
Should you?
Because like
who's going to teach
there's
the
a
next
lineage.
generation?
There's a lineage involved with it.
Yeah. A few years ago, we used to see.
I was serious.
We used to see Bob at the gym all the time in the mornings.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
What the fuck's he doing at the gym? He's king of cribbage. He
He's
doesn't need to be working
being
out.
Cowboy Bob Orton, bro.
dude, yeah, he's a beast. He walks in, he starts his workout, and he just goes, man. But it was always crazy to me to see all these people walking around and not even noticing who was sitting there in the middle of the gym doing his
Did he have
reps.
his cowboy hat and his cast on?
No, but and even though, Bob's a legend, it's been a long time since he's wrestled, so like we're kind of out of that generation. There's still a lot of people who have at least heard the name, and I always wondered to myself and kind of chuckled to myself, like, how many of these people have heard the name, know exactly who he is, and would go apeshit if they knew that that's who that was, and have absolutely no clue.
He still looks the same, though. That's
I
the
know.
crazy part. He's looked like that since, like, 1982.
Right?
I'm going to tell you a story, and I guess because I'm telling you a story, I'm going to tell the people listening and watching. So we were in the gym. I thought you were going to tell this story. We were in the gym, and we were hanging out with Bob Orton a little bit, working out alongside
We would
him.
always go say hi and
Sure,
chit-chat and,
And usually work out near, like he would be
Yeah.
on the machine right there. I'd be on the machine, a couple machines down,
Just go up and ask him, like, questions like, hey, what did Jimmy Snuka smell like?
That's what I would do. Run up to him and be like, so did Roddy Piper really punch you in the nose in the hotel? I heard the story. No, I'm kidding. There was no story. I don't know. just making that up as we go.
Sure, there wasn't.
But I've actually heard some crazy stories about Bob Orton, not from Bob Orton, but I won't go into that. This is one that I was there for, but Bob Orton's still fairly protective over his workout equipment at the gym.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get on a Bob Orton machine if he's using it.
Doesn't like you working in, huh?
No. I mean, if he's got his water bottle there, if he's got his towel sitting there, that's taken.
His.
That's taken.
I'd let him have it. I'd say, absolutely, sir. You
Yeah.
go right ahead.
And if you don't, he will verbally let you know you have to let him have it.
I wouldn't argue with him.
Well, they don't. They don't.
Rightly so.
Bob-
He's still
Bob
a very
Orton's
large man.
Yes, he
still
is.
asserts his dominance at the gym, bro. He's how old now? And he calls his shots.
Got to be in his 70s, I would assume.
He's
Yeah.
a man's man. He's a man's man still, and that's legit.
Well, and the crazy thing is, like, okay, back in the day, and I'm not belittling or talking shit or anything, he wasn't like a big jacked up muscle dude. He wasn't like Paul Orndorff or anything.
No, but he's still very
was a big dude.
large and imposing.
Big dude, and
yeah.
he was in shape. He still looks like that.
Yeah.
But he's the type of guy that can walk over and say, "Hey, that's my machine. Get up." And then you do.
He has a
Yeah.
very commanding voice. Yeah.
And that's the type of dude that he still is at this time. And it's kind of a cool thing to see because you don't have the John Waynes anymore. You don't have that.
That's a good comparison, actually.
Yeah, you don't. They're not walking around, but they're still Cowboy Bob Orton. He's still out there walking around. He's still Randy Orton's dad. Randy Orton.
Still going to call him Cowboy Bob every time I see him or interact with him in any slight way.
What's wild is my kids call him Uncle Bob. You
Yeah,
know?
that's legit.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think my kids know who Bob Orton is.
You know what I love even like almost even more than that though?
No, we had to bring him to the shows, so you were there.
What I love almost more than that is that Haku calls Griffin his little buddy.
Aw,
And every time Griffin sees him, he gets really excited.
me too, buddy.
I'm like, he's 4, and he gets excited over Haku. How fucking cool is that?
He's a big teddy bear of a man who could kill like 100 people in a row without breaking a sweat.
Right,
True
with his
story.
bare
And-
hands.
and then hold a baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all in the same breath.
The first time that he walked into an SICW locker room, I had Griffin. He was, what, about a month and a
5
half?
weeks old,
5
yeah.
weeks old?
Yeah, it was the night of his first show, and it was one of the first, like probably the third time that we ever worked at our what's now our normal venue.
Sure.
Yeah, so we were in the big locker room.
Yep.
But it wasn't the third time, because we were doing Fan Fest there.
Yeah,
before
that's
that.
true.
Yeah, before it became like a regular thing. Because I remember doing the show here and there out there, but when it
Yeah,
actually became home after we kind of outgrew East Carondelet.
right.
But the point of that venue was that was where Bruiser Brody used to come. That's where Abdullah the Butcher used to come.
Sure,
when
yeah.
Herb
It's
would
an
bring
awesome
him in.
venue. I love
Belclair
that place.
Fairgrounds.
I wish
Yeah.
they'd quit messing around with it.
And get it completed. But there's red tape and all that good stuff.
Apparently.
But where was I going with that? Where was I going?
Haku holding Griffin.
Haku, yeah,
Haku,
yeah.
yeah.
So Griffin was 5 weeks old. Haku walks into the locker room directly behind me. I had Griffin in my hand. I turned around. Haku's there. I said, "Here, have a baby." And I walked away.
You're its legal guardian now, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I was getting ready on the other side of the locker room, and I turn around and I see him holding Griffin, and I looked at the professionals who were standing next to me. I'm like, "Is that Haku holding my son?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure is." I said, "Somebody, please get that fucking picture."
Absolutely.
So we got
We
that
have it.
picture, and then we took another picture where I turned Griffin around and did this like lockup with Haku, like had the arm, his arm
Oh,
in
of
my
course.
hand, and it held him out like he was locking up with Haku. It's a great shot.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
So it's one of those things that your kids don't know now how cool it is. And when they're older, they may not be able to appreciate it as much as we do, but shit, that's like,
Maybe not, but I mean, he's one of those guys that, like, 20 years from now, you're going to be able to, like, go on YouTube and be like, hey, what was this Haku guy about? And there's going to be every fucking wrestler you've ever heard of telling stories about what a badass that dude was.
yeah, legit.
So I don't think his
Absolutely.
legend's in any kind of jeopardy.
No, not at all.
But
Not at all.
You know what? The Haku school of de-escalation can come in very handy in certain situations. Like if you're bouncing a drunk out of a bar, for instance.
Yeah.
You could walk up and whisper in his ear, "Listen, I don't need to fight you. I'll tear your eye out and put it in a glass jar next to my bed so I remember you. And then he walks out on his own.
De-escalation is key. Patrick Swayze taught me that.
Exactly right. And they always thought I'd be bigger.
Roadhouse.
It's absolutely true. I was the smallest bouncer dude, much like our locker room.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was always the smallest dude.
Yeah, we're not we're on the lower side of the size there even now when we've got more and smaller guys coming in. Thank God for that because I'm tired of getting thrown around.
The volatile thing paid off though, because I mean, I legitimately didn't have that long of a fuse, so a lot of times it'd be the bouncers having to keep the person who was getting extracted away from me.
Well, I mean, that's
let's put it this way. They
That's-
invented, so the security guards, they all had radios and they would have codes for different levels of events,
sure.
right? So this code meant this thing and this code meant that thing or whatever.
Mine was code fuck.
They invented a code called
That's
Code
tag.
Fuck, which basically meant somebody needs to get out here now because Curtis might actually kill somebody. Legit.
Congratulations.
That's legit.
And that happened because
I grew up. I had kids.
Curtis would come in. We worked together.
I'm not that way anymore.
And Curtis would come in on nights that I was working after he would DJ weddings from time to time.
Sure, yeah.
And he would come into the bar after he would DJ. So he'd come in his suit and his coat and stuff, have a
Tuxedo,
beer.
let's call
And,
it what it is.
yeah, he'd have his tuxedo and his tie on and everything. Sometimes like a cummerbund or something, like a vest or whatever. Anyway, so he would come in and drink. And everybody knew him because he worked there. And one night we were outside and they had just passed the no smoking indoors law in Illinois. And they built that, it was like an enclosed bus stop that they built out on the back patio. And there was a fight went down in there and somebody was punching a security guard who was working at the time in the back of the head. And Curtis just grabbed a hold of both of the guys that were fighting to get him away from his security guard and picked them both up and popped his hips, went backwards and landed them both on the German suplex them both on the bench behind him and actually busted the bench. He was lucky he didn't break the window, but he broke the bench. And
With someone's body.
Yeah.
Just throwing backdrop drivers like your doctor.
All I hear, I'm behind the bar, and all I hear over the radio is smoke deck code fuck, and everybody went running. And then somebody comes running in the bar and goes, "Chrissy, I think Curtis just killed somebody." Cool.
Always a lovely thing.
That was
to
a
hear.
perfect Saturday night.
Now we're going to be in court for the next 5 years. Thanks, Kurt. That's what she's thinking. He's going to have to defend a reckless endangerment charge or something.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we could
Self-defense are good.
we could probably write a book just from our experiences of working in a nightclub together.
Oh, I'd imagine.
I actually thought about it. When I saw Waiting, I was like, Wild Country needs to happen. Like the movie about that bouncer life with the waitresses and the bartenders and the owners and the regulars and all that craziness that ensued.
Was it In Cahoots first or Wild Country?
It was In
I
Cahoots
don't remember
first.
the order.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was it had other names
Before
and was
that, it
other
was
bars.
something else.
It was Panama Jacks before then.
It was Wild Country. It was 25,000 square feet, 1,800 capacity.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of people that have no idea, have never heard of it.
On a
or
typical
don't remember.
Friday
No,
or
it was a
Saturday, we had
massive
about
nightclub.
20 or 25 bouncers.
That place was an institution back in the day.
Massive institution.
I remember
Yeah.
They were on TV. They
Yeah.
had
I remember like
line dancing
12
until
o'clock
9.
at night on Channel 5 or whatever it was.
But we
real
would
life,
get,
it was
like-
line dancing 9 to 11 or something.
Yeah, we would get
That's what
national acts coming in and performing. Like we had major country music superstars go through there. We got to meet some country music stars that, even though we're not huge country music fans, like that we grew up listening to. That was, that the whole 4 years that we spent working there was a crazy ass experience.
I could rush you through the Billy Ray Cyrus story. I was personal security one day for Billy Ray Cyrus at Wild Country, and the whole night, I was like crowd control for people coming up and him getting on and doing autographs and stuff.
Yeah.
And the whole night, I was trying to get our regulars to go up to him and say, "Hey, aren't you Miley's dad?"
How'd that work out?
And nobody would do it.
Nobody wanted
would
to
do
do
it. But
it.
I had just seen his movie. I don't remember what channel it was on, but it's him and Billy Vol are fishermen, and they. He's a hot shot fisherman, you know, the big one.
It's called Hot Rod.
He's called Hot Rod Johnson. And he's got all the sponsorships and that. And he's against the mom and pop fisherman who's trying to save his fishing business.
I can picture the whole thing in my head already.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's, well, you know, it's the Sunday night movie type thing back in the day.
That's out of my wheelhouse. I can tell you about sci-fi movies that 3 people on Earth have ever seen.
Yeah, no, this is a 2000s era like tongue-in-cheek comedy.
Not too long before
like
then.
Yeah.
And so as I'm walking him to the bus, he goes to get on his bus, and as he does, he turns around to shake my hand, and I was like, I just want to shake the hand of Mr. Hot Rod Johnson. And he started popping for me. He's like, oh, man, you've seen the movie. He comes down off of the bus. He's shaking my hand. Is there anything I can do for you, man? You want me to sign anything? You want me to take an autograph or take a picture with you? Blah, blah, blah.
Should have brought it up earlier, man.
I said, there's one thing that you could do that we probably are not going to be able to do. You could walk in here and you could meet my girlfriend, fiance, wife.
Whatever I was at the time.
You were at the time.
We weren't married yet, I know that.
And he stopped and he's like, man, you just walked me out of there. You know that I can't walk back in there. I'll never get out. It's like, I know, bro. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'll tell her you said hi. That was the extent of it.
Yeah.
So he got on his bus and off he went.
Billy Ray fucking Cyrus.
Yeah, and we would have random, like Jody Messina came in there. It was a random, I don't want to say B-level, but they had seen their heyday.
The largest crowd that I ever saw working in that place, though, was probably a tie, actually, between the two Tracys. Tracy Lawrence and Tracy Byrd. We had each of them at one point, and
Tracy Morgan.
that place was fucking
We wouldn't
packed.
have had enough room for Tracy Morgan.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, but both the Tracys packed the place.
Yeah, they did. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was...
Wild Country was one of those times that we look back on with a certain amount of reverence and respect, and we enjoyed it.
Holy shit, we can't believe we lived through that.
Dead.
Yeah.
If we
Oh,
kept
for real.
doing it, we would not be here
Just
today.
because of the schedule that we had to keep.
And the way that we were living our life.
Yeah.
You don't stay up till 6 o'clock in the morning and keep going and going.
It's a
You
lifestyle.
don't get that wisdom until later in life and realize, hey, that probably wasn't the greatest idea.
Yeah, and we were doing it 4 nights a week,
Yeah.
every week.
Although, honestly, if we were making that kind of money now at our age, we'd be a lot smarter about it. That's for fucking sure.
Absolutely. Because a lot of that money we would take to the strip club or the bar, Pops.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Because once you get off at 3 a.m. and then you clean, it's 4 a.m. You got
There's no way you're going home and crashing right
you
away.
got Denny's, the strip club, or Pops
Yeah.
in the St. Louis area.
Sure.
That's what you
Right.
got.
True.
So we got well known in a lot of those places.
And when you work in a nightclub, you don't have a chance to go out and party and hang out with your friends or do anything fun like that. So when that's the only chance that you get, you take it. Even, if it means getting in trouble from your boss the next day because you took everyone out the night before and nobody wants to show up to work.
And maybe next time we'll try to tell some more stories about how that integrated into wrestling from time to time without naming names. Because we still know some.
That's the tough part.
We still know some of these guys, but they're also guys who are on TV every week.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I guarantee that probably true of all of us. Who got some stories that absolutely cannot be told in any kind of public forum, but
So we're gonna
great.
Or have to be told in a very careful manner
Exactly, yeah.
to not dox
protect the
people.
innocent.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna use alternative names probably if we tell any stories like that to protect the innocent. And all of that's going to happen in a completely legal way, and Billy McNeil's going to download it and put it on his phone.
in a completely legal way.
Something's got to keep me entertained at my day job.
All right. Well, look, you guys can shoot us with messages. You guys can throw out some name ideas of what we're going to call this thing. We didn't even know what this was going to be. We probably still don't.
Not really. We just kind of sat down and started talking.
And if you've been watching, if you've been listening, you still don't. So as of right now, we're going to call it...
surprise!
As of right now, we're going to call it Untitled. I'm Curtis Wild. This is Billy McNeil. Right over there is Wildfire, Chrissy Wild.
Chrissy Fire.
Chrissy Fire. That's going to be her new
All
name.
right.
And we appreciate you guys watching or listening, however you're intaking this particular episode. We appreciate you guys. And until next time, this has been Untitled.
Stay wild.